In 2050, an estimated 70% of the world's population will live in cities. Through internal and international migration, urban populations will increasingly become more diverse ethnically, religiously, linguistically, and in terms of legal status. Today, more people in smaller groups from more varied backgrounds are arriving through various migration channels and coming into everyday contact with one another. Stephen Vertovec calls this phenomenon of global diversification superdiversity. How do these processes influence social relations? Do they shape new patterns of coexistence? Might they cause new conflicts? We know little about these experiences of urban diversification, space, and contact. That is why Professor Vertovec launched a large-scale international comparative scientific research project called Global Diversities.
And what we're interested in is the impacts of this kind of migrant diversification on local neighborhoods and particularly local urban spaces. How is diversification actually noticed in these places? What does it look like? How do people react to it? How do the spaces themselves affect the way that people encounter each other and, as it were, read different kinds of diversity? And what kinds of new practices and social interactions are unraveling under these new conditions of migrant diversification?
An intensive training period took place at the Max Planck Institute for the Study of Ethnic and Religious Diversity in Göttingen and brought together a team of geographers, sociologists, and anthropologists. There, the groundwork was laid out for the research about living together in the urban areas of global cities. Over a span of the following 3 years, interdisciplinary research was simultaneously conducted in the neighborhoods of Astoria in New York, Hillbrow in Johannesburg, and Jurong West in Singapore. All 3 neighborhoods are well known as areas of superdiversity with dense, mixed immigrant populations. The methodological approaches of this research project entailed innovative ways of conceiving, observing, and visualizing migration and urban diversification. Key media like photography and videos were used by all researchers. The visual anthropologists produced a trilogy of documentary films portraying the neighborhoods. The filmmaker accompanied people who have been living in these places for decades, as well as those who have moved in just recently. The film shows how it feels to live together with people from all over the world, to share the same public space and to negotiate cultural difference. Singapore is historically a multi-ethnic city with 4 official languages and state-directed racial cultural politics. About 40% of the population of the neighborhood of Jurong West are international migrants. The old diversity is dominated by people from China and Malaysia, whereas the new migrants arrive mainly from India, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka.
Jurong is actually a very big estate. It's a very huge one. You have a commercial part, you have a residential, you have industrial. And Boon Lay is more like a residential area. You can even see many sort of class of people, from very poor to very rich. Particularly in Boon Lay, yes, there's a lot of foreigners in Boon Lay also. It has become more like more of a China kind of place, because it's filled up with many people from China. And it's more like a I think a lot of country foreigners that comes in here, including my blocks. If it counts in Singaporeans, I think this block is only about 50% of the occupants here are Singaporeans. The other 50s are foreigners already. This block is already overwhelming with foreigners. My left side and my right side, I have 2 China family. Very nice family. We get along very well. This little boy is called Hang Hang. 你看。是学校给的还是谁给的 ？And then I have 2 Malaysian families also got along very well, and a Filipino families also. Very fortunate here, but a few floor down is not that. Very noisy, very messy. But if for myself, as I'm concerned, anyone that step in the lift, I will always smile to them and say hello, good morning, all this. No, I mean, you don't keep on looking at the buttons. That's what I don't really like. And I'm very popular in this block. Okay, 80% of the tenants of the owners here knows me. So my children used to call me MP of this block. Hello, Auntie， 你好。要拍相啊？啊。拍风景啊。拍风景。Hello， 你好。你刚刚下课啊？要回去啦。吃饱了吗？这么快是喝下午茶了哈。
I am Madam Teo Ai Ching, also known as Mrs. Heng. I live in Jurong West.
I'm very familiar with this place, so I can consider I'm a Juronger. So most of part of my day just go through like that. Cooking, washing. That's and then I have my spare time, go to the internet. Yeah, that's it.
I stay here for nearest my working place because this area nearest all industrial area. That's why more foreign workers stay in this area. I'm Amir from Bangladesh. I like to work Singapore. This area very little is Singaporean. Only go foreigner worker, not senior citizen or what, no rich person this area don't want to stay. So this house, all on house don't care. This block 217, I think a lot of country people are staying. Bangladesh, Indian, Myanmar, African, so many Malaysian, all country I think have Sri Lankan or what. I think more than 20-30 country people stay in this block. Background, I don't know them, but here we stay together, living together, so everything should be okay one. We share 3% together, so.
If I'm free, I'll most likely be walking around, like sitting down here and reading my papers in the morning, seeing what's happening and what's not happening. And depends on what I have to do on the same day. So literally, I would say, anyway, I'm not the kind of person who does everything like 8 to 5 or anything like that. No? So whenever someone calls me for something else to be done on a certain day at a certain place, I'll go there. I like it that way. Not really an odd job, but I put it as daily contractual basis. Hi, I'm Raj. I'm in Boon Lay, a resident here since 1976. Live here, and this area is like my second home, where I mingle around every single day. So here in front is nicer, it's better. The back is horrible. I mean, you go around, you see people every single day. Oh, in fact, a line like our stalls here. Every day you come across how many people? I would say thousands. Yeah, more than 1,000, I think. Yeah, you come across people who are customers maybe, and those who are not customers just walking past, there'll be quite a lot as well. So every day when you see that much cultures, races, diversity, age, gender, transgender as well. stalls diversity. If you cut it down to just 3 races, Chinese stalls, majority. Looking at the population of Singapore, 70% is Chinese. So Chinese stalls, majority, and then you come across the Indian stalls and the Malay stalls. So if you notice the Indian and Indian Muslim actually, and the Malay stalls, there are only about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 I think, out of about 100 over stalls there. So that population shows a lot of difference and diversity. You've got that large range of food.
I find the hooker food, the food court hooker food before is a bit strange.
No chili. Mine is chili and pink. 1 chili on it.
But then when I was getting used to it, a day is empty without it.
Can I have the disposable one?
Hi, my name is Ophelia and I am from the Philippines. My lunch is always at the hooker place.
Join.
Since we come here, we just love to hang around Jurong. So it's just me and my 3 Myanmar friends. And then I met some Filipinos. I started with 3 friends that I really know, 3. And then they introduced me to other people and then it became big. And then now I already have a lot of friends here in Singapore. You wouldn't know that all these people you never met in your country and you never met that they are from your same school. I think I'm going to stay for a year here. So I come to Singapore to know what is Singapore, to know what is outside your country. So why are you staying at home and eating your own food? That is why I was here. That is my plan.
I from India. I coming Singapore 6 years I was running. My name is Ramadas. இப்போ குடியிருக்கிறது வந்து பயணியர்னார் அதில் சூழ்நிலைங்கிறதில் டெமனேட்டியில் இருக்கிறோம். நாங்கள் இருக்கிறது 31. இங்கே வந்து 2000 பேர் 3000 பேர் இருக்காங்க. அப்போ எல்லோரோடையும் பழகிறதுக்கு போகிறதுக்கும் நல்லா இருக்கும். பக்கத்து ஊருக்காரங்களும் இருக்காங்க, செக் பண்ணிக்கிறதுக்கு அந்த நல்லா ரொம்ப பழகிறதுக்கு நம்ம ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப்பை உண்டாக்கிறதுக்கு நிறைய வாய்ப்பு இருக்குல்ல. அதோட மற்ற இனத்துக்காரங்கள் இருக்காங்க, தாய்லாண்ட்ஸ் இருக்காங்க, சைனீஸ் இருக்காங்க, மலாய்க்காரங்க இருக்கிறாங்க, பர்மாஸ் இருக்காங்க, பங்களாதேஷ்காரங்க இருக்காங்க, எல்லா நாட்டுக்காரங்க இருக்காங்கல்ல, அவங்களோட பேசிக்கலாம், போகலாம். கொஞ்சம் பதட்டமாக தான் இருந்துச்சு. ஐயோ நமக்கு ஒன்றும் தெரியாது, நம்ம போய் யாரை பார்க்குறது, என்ன பண்ணுறது, என்ன வேலை அப்படிங்கிறது கொஞ்சம் பதட்டமாக தான் இருந்துச்சு. நான் வந்துட்டு கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் சைடு, அதாவது புது சைடு கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் ரெனோவேஷன் ஒர்க் மறுபடியெல்லாம் அதே மாதிரி தான் இருக்கிறாங்க. ஆனால் எல்லோரும் வேலைக்கு போகிறாங்க. எங்கள் நாடு மாதிரி இல்லை. இப்போ பார்க்கணும், தாத்தா வேலை பார்க்கணும், மகன் வேலை பார்க்கணும், அப்படி இருக்குது. இங்கே வேலை பார்த்தா தான் சாப்பாடு அப்படிங்கிற சூழ்நிலை இருக்குது. நான் வந்துட்டு வியாழக்கிழமை வந்து சிங்கப்பூருக்கு, மறுபடியும் ஞாயிற்றுக்கிழமை நான் எங்கள் மாமாவை பார்க்கறதுக்காக சிராங்கன்னு போனேன். எங்கள் மாமாவை பார்க்க போகல, அவங்க சொன்னாங்க இதெல்லாம் செய்யணும், இதெல்லாம் செய்யக்கூடாது, இங்கே எடுத்து போகக்கூடாது, ஒன்றுக்கு போகக்கூடாது, இங்கெல்லாம் பேப்பர் போடக்கூடாது, குப்பையெல்லாம் வீணாக்கக்கூடாது அப்படின்னு அவங்க சொன்னாங்க. மாமா பார்த்தேன், மாமா சொன்னாங்க தம்பி இதை மாதிரி செய்யக்கூடாது, எச்சில் போகக்கூடாது, இங்கெல்லாம் பொது இடங்களில் குப்பை போடக்கூடாது, கண்ட்ரோலாக இருக்கணும், தண்ணி குடிக்கக்கூடாது, தண்ணி குடித்து சண்டை போடக்கூடாது, சண்டை போட்டால் ஊருக்கு அனுப்பிச்சி விட்ருவாங்க, சண்டை அப்படி சைட்டில் யார்ட்டையும் சண்டை போடக்கூடாது, இந்த மாதிரி நடந்துக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறதெல்லாம் காமிச்சு சொல்லி வந்தார். அப்போ கொஞ்சம் சரி நமக்கு இதுதான் ரூல்ஸ் அண்ட் ரெகுலேஷன் அப்படின்னு தெரியல வந்துட்டு நான் அதை டேக்கர் பண்ணிவிட்டேன். மறுபடியும் யார்ட்டையும் எந்த ஒரு இது அதிகமாக வாங்கிட்டு பேசுகிறது கிடையாது. வேலைன்னா வேலை, இங்கே இப்படி நடந்துக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறது அவங்க 1 மணி நேரத்துக்கு மேலே என்னை எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணாங்க. அப்போ நான் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிக்கிட்டேன். வந்துட்டு பேசணுன்னா முறையாக பேசணும். அதாவது எந்தில் பேசினாலும், இங்கிலீஷில் பேசினாலும் கரெக்டான பேச்சு பேசணும், தமிழில் பேசினாலும் கரெக்டாக பேசணும். அப்போ தான் வந்துட்டு அது கரெக்டான சுத்தமாக பேசணும். அதாவது கெட்ட வார்த்தைகளில் மிக்ஸ் பண்ணாமல் பேசணும். அந்த பழக்க வழக்கங்கள், அனுபவங்கள், அவங்க ஊரில் இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு அதிக அனுபவம் கிடையாது. இங்கே உள்ளவங்க நிறைய இடத்துக்கு போகிறாங்க, ஒரு நாளைக்கு 4 இடம் 3 இடம் போகிறாங்க, 1000 பேரை சந்திக்கிறாங்கள, அதனால் இவங்களுக்கு அதிக எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இருக்குது. அவங்களுக்கு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இல்லாதனால நாலேஜ் இருக்கிறதுனால அவங்க அப்படி இருக்கிறாங்க.
So I have to follow every day rule by rule. I have to wake up 7 o'clock and go there, reach Jurong time at 8 o'clock. Normally every day same. After 5:30 finish, then I come back. Sometimes I go outside, sometimes coming home and go to that. There my 2 friends coming.
I mean, we come back from work, sometimes we just sit here, rest for a while. Right now we are sitting in a playground. This is Bulle Avenue, just beside block 217. So this playground, mostly those residents stay in this block. Their children come and play. And mostly in the evening, we break up, very crowded, the children and the parents.
No, it's okay always. Nobody don't care everything. We just sitting or what, nothing for other people.
Because we didn't talk to them, is because we don't know them. So we normally here we have many countries people, like Myanmar, Indian, Bangladesh. So we don't know them. We just sit and we talk with our friends, but we didn't talk to others.
Just they also sitting and talk. For all other, don't care other thing also.
In Singapore, more people never mind. Just follow his rule.
Actually, we are the only foreigners in our building. Mostly all are locals, especially in our floor. We are all locals. It's just us, yeah.
Neighborhood is peaceful.
Living with my friend. He's renting the unit, so we are 5, sharing 2 rooms. We are Catholic. The other unit is a Muslim, other unit is Buddhist, other is Indians. So you would know that there's really a respect among the houses. There's here is Chinese Singaporean, and there here is Indian Malay, and then the other unit also is Chinese also. Oh, sorry. Sus, na mas lami.
Oh, sus. Humba lagi, mau tinggal pengiar. Just.
Nagkuha pa biyo plato ha. Sige na siya, kuha naman na siya.
Beer, di ka nang naik ko dito.
Wine turn nyo.
Ano? Kaano mo?
Ay, ilan naman mo no? Ni Richard?
Oh, Richard Gomez.
Finish really.
Kaano mo?
This is like Philippines because everybody is here, same places, and then same languages, same likes, and so it's just, why do we have to go somewhere, right? And then it's not just we are creating Philippines here, we are creating a group of friends. It's just like a habitat for us. I mean, you can do whatever you want as long as we're just respecting each other. So I think the respect is there. I think Singaporean, I mean, it's a invisible, how do you call that? Invisible contracts or invisible writings that there's a respect. I will respect what is your belief, and just respect mine. If you don't want what I do, as long as I'm not disturbing you, life is okay. You wouldn't know how the Muslim and the Indian and the Catholic or the Christian together in the same floor without arguments.
You can see different groups of people at different time of the day. In the morning, there are a lot of Chinese grandparents. A lot of China grandparents. They will congregate at the playgrounds with the grandchildren, and then the grandchildren will play. The grandparents will sit down. They're entertaining, and then there are groups that sit down there and just talk. I don't see the locals now. The people that on the lower floor was telling me, very noisy. They talk very loud. I don't know why they talk very loud. I also asked my neighbor, why you always have to talk very loud? He said, very hard to listen. For us Singaporeans, we are more like the kind that who want to protect ourselves. We will not go like, hey, you do it wrongly or this. There are very, very, very few Singaporeans who will just stand out and tell you, the person, why you shouldn't do this, why you shouldn't do that. Whatever you done, it's none of my business. Everybody just keep to themselves. That's what I noticed, even within my blogs also, or somewhere. It's the same. But as for me, normally, like my neighbors, my China neighbors, I will explain to them, you do not run across the road like that when you don't see a green man. And they will ask me why. It's considered as suicide, So they say, oh, I didn't know that. And then from that time onwards, they will wait for the green man. So I'm that kind that will tell them nicely. I say, no, you don't do this. It's against the law or this. And they are very nice one will say, okay. They are very nasty one will say, who cares? They just do what they want. I say, I met people like that also. If they are more the nasty type, I will just say, okay, I already done my part, then okay, then we just stay at distance. I feel like they just want to do it as if they are in their own country, Not like that kind that they will like listen to, like Singaporeans will tell you, no, you're not supposed to throw your rubbish all over the place, or just you clutter the whole corridor, or this. They will not listen.
And that's why you don't even rent out your place to your to all these foreign workers. They choose, because they know that their style of living, that everything is different. The way of talking, the way of the behavior, they can probably just stand here and urinate. We don't do that. It shouldn't happen here. If I'm going to come to another country, I'm going to come and learn first. They bring the baggage, meaning like, you're bringing over whatever you were taught over there, bringing over here. And then you're trying to change the whole place into what you want it to be. These people, those who have gone across the 2 years, 3 years, they are okay. They know how to mingle around, they know what to do, they know what they shouldn't do as well. They are okay. The new batch who cannot, I would say, assimilate and cannot acclimatize maybe. They are the ones who are really to their own world. They're all like coming from different areas, different everywhere, and they're like, they don't really get along, actually, if you ask me.
This dormitory has been set up for about 4.5 years. There are about 4,000 workers currently residing in this dormitory. They will try to house the same nationality together, but in some cases they have a mix workers from different nationalities.
மிலிட்ரியில் நாங்கள் முன்னாடி இந்தியா பங்களா 2 பேர் ஒன்றா இருந்தோம். அவங்களுக்குள்ள சில காம்படிஷன் அவங்களுக்குள்ள அதாவது ஒத்து வரல. அவங்கெல்லாம் ஹிந்திக்காரங்க, நாங்கள்லாம் தமிழங்க. அதனால் எங்களுக்குள்ள ஒத்து வராதனால பாஸ் சொல்லி நாங்கள் 2 பேரும் அவங்க தனியாக நாங்கள் தனியாக ஆகிட்டோம். இப்போ வந்து நாங்கள் இந்தியாக்காரங்க ஃபுல்லாக தமிழ் ஆளுங்க மொத்தம் ஒன்றா இருக்கிறோம். அவங்க பங்களாதேஷ் தனியாக இருக்காங்க. வேறு ரூமில் செப்பரேட்டாக இருக்கும். இப்போ நாங்கள் 9 பேர் இருக்கோம். எங்கள் ரூமில் அதிக பேர் 12 பேர் இருக்கலாம். ஆனால் முன்னாடி 11 பேர் இருந்தோம். அதில் 2 பேர் ஊருக்கு போயிட்டாங்க.
Most of the time, we do not see any culture shock in the new workers. Most likely are their friends or relatives who have shared with them their experiences in Singapore. So they are actually prepared for coming to working in Singapore. When the new workers check into our dormitory, we have a detailed briefing of our house rules. At the same time, we actually have appointed the dormitory ambassador to reach out to these new residents to share with them the culture of Singapore and this dormitory.
கேமரா இருக்குது. இந்த கேட்டை சுற்றி நிறைய கேமரா இருக்குது. எல்லாமே கண்காணிப்பில் இருக்கும். செக்யூரிட்டிஸ் வாட்ச் பண்ணிகிட்டே இருப்பாங்க. அங்கே வெளியிலேருந்து எந்த ஒரு பொருளும் கொண்டு வர முடியாது. பக்கத்து கேட்டு வழியாக எடுக்க முடியாது. ஆனால் உள்ளே தண்ணி குடிச்சிட்டு தண்ணி ட்ரிங்க்ஸ் அந்த இதெல்லாம் கொண்டுட்டு போகக்கூடாது. உள்ளே மறுபடியும் சண்டை போட்டக்கூடாது. சண்டைன்னா வந்துட்டு மேனேஜ்மெண்ட்டில் சொல்லணும். மேனேஜ்மெண்ட்டில் வந்து அவங்க செட்டில் பண்ணுவாங்க. அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணி அவங்க நம்ம கம்பெனியில் உள்ளவங்களையும் அவங்க கம்பெனியில் உள்ளவங்களையும் வர சொல்லி பேசுவாங்க. பேசி செட்டில் பண்ண முடிஞ்சால் செட்டில் பண்ணுவாங்க, இல்லைன்னா ஊருக்கு அனுப்பிச்சி விடுவாங்க. இவர் வந்துட்டு தாய்லாந்து, அவர் பங்களா, இவர் பங்களா. இது ஃப்ரெண்டோட போயிட்டு, இது இந்த பக்கம் என்னோட போயிட்டு. காலையில் இப்படி தான் 6 மணி 6:10 இல்லைன்னா 6:20 எந்திரிப்பேன். அப்புறம் ரூமில் கிளம்புறது வந்து 7 மணி ஆகும். காலையில் சாமி கும்பிடுவேன். இப்போ நான் குளிச்சுட்டு சாமி கும்பிடுவேன். பயணியர் எம்ஆர்டியில் வந்துட்டு அது 7:05 அது டைம் இருந்துச்சுன்னா அந்த பஸ் எடுப்பேன், இல்லைன்னா நடந்து வந்து பயணியர் எம்ஆர்டி இருந்துருவேன். வேலை முடிச்சுட்டு 6:30 மணி கீப் பண்ணிட்டேன் அப்படின்னா அந்த சந்தோஷம். அப்படி வீட்டுக்கு வரவழில் வந்துட்டு 1 மணி நேரம் 8 மணி 8:10 8:20 அது மாதிரி வீட்டுக்கு போவேன். மறுபடியும் வந்துட்டு ஏன்னா உள்ள ஜிம் வசதி, மறுபடியும் அந்த தண்ணி ஷவர் இந்த மாதிரி அதுக்காக மற்ற பயன்பாட்டுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அது மாதிரி அங்கே துணியெலாம் துவைச்சி கொடுக்குறாங்க. எங்கே வேணாலும் சமைக்கலாம், நமக்கு பிடிச்ச இடத்துல சமைக்கலாம், பிடிச்ச இடத்துல உட்காந்து சாப்பிடலாம், நல்லா டைம் பாஸ் பண்ணலாம். டிவிலாம் உள்ளே அலோட் பண்ணிடுறாங்க, நல்லா ஃப்ரீயாக டிவி பார்க்குறதுக்கு. மற்ற எல்லா வசதியும் கொஞ்சம் இதாக இருக்குது. ஏன்னா பக்கத்துலேயே மார்க்கெட் இருக்குது, போய் அடிக்கடி ஷாப் பண்ணாலும் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அதனால் சிரமம் இல்லை. இருக்கிற தங்குற இடம் நல்ல வசதியான இடம் தான், அதை பற்றி குறை சொல்கிறதுக்கு இல்லை. எங்களுக்கு நல்லா பேச.
Good morning. Uncle want to go to the flea market already lah. Oh, we are closing. Oh.
Hỗ trợ tôi bắt tay mấy về bọn tôi lấy bài tôi đồng tài tại bắt tôi đi mà kẹt này tại nên ra ta phát sản.
This is the flea market that I'm operating with my husband. We are selling recycled clothes and brand new shoes.
You got a good buy. Morning. Normally I open my store at 7. And then morning part, there's actually one service from the church which ends at 7. And then they come up one group of people, not really like buying, like more of looking at the stuff one. So there's another sessions when the 8:30 or 9 o'clock sessions ends. This is the buying group.
Hello, auntie.
Hello. Hey, hi. I give you a Popeye shoes. Wait.
You have anything for me?
You got all day.
This one is already more expensive. I give you very good price. 33 Okay, 33 30 cannot. The noon person, they are more like, I can say they are the richer type of Filipinos. They really wear branded stuff.
Yeah, $4 change. Kéo dầu.
Tara na.
Nata? Ay, salamat. Umana kita yaan. Alright.
This one lowest.
Coming to one, the locals will come over. The locals, Malay, Indians, And then now additional one will be the workers from the construction site. Factory workers from Malaysia, from China, they will also come here. But buying power is not that. If not their payday, there's no buying power. They just watch only.
Well, today is quite slow because it's not their payday. Somewhere in the mid of the month, end of the month will be their payday. So we get more buyers.
First thing I greet everybody. Even you don't buy from me, I still say thank you very much. Good morning, welcome, have a look. And he doesn't buy anything, it's okay. Thank you very much. Oh, everybody was so surprised. You get this kind of service in a flea market. You know? So yeah, this is how it goes on, and then it's still going on now.
We have to earn their trust, not by just selling the product. We have to sell the product with which is good product, we show it's good product, not just to make money of it, but we want is to gain the trust, and they will come back for more and affordable price.
Harley Davidson. She came quite often because I can recognize her. She always comes in that Harley Davidson vest. So she will come, she'll just get those nice dresses or this, just take and go. She's from Philippines.
Don't forget to list that. Hello.
这个女孩子的哈，没有人要。这个女孩子的。
哦，红色的不用，没有人要买了。我也是有2条。
这个我跟人家买3块，要卖2块出去都卖。
Actually, it has become a habit that after church, we always visit these shops. We call it shops with stalls, right? So we are here just to check on some cheap stuff that we can buy. There are some, yeah. So anyways, it's for these shops here. It's called flea market.
Actually, in a flea market, it's always like that because especially if the aunties are always there, they also try to remember their, how do you call that? Their customers. Yeah. So they would know that you're always coming, and especially if they know that you like their stuff, they always try to find a way to find this stuff that you like, so that the next time you're coming there and then you're going to bring other friends that they also sell this stuff, and then it's like that.
They used to come to my store, and they always tell me, Auntie, I don't know where I can wear it or not. I said, never mind, the church is just next to you. You go to the church and try it on. If you cannot fit, you return me. And most of the time, I have this particular Filipino ladies. She is one of the really good one.
Let's have some ice cream.
Ice cream time.
Hello.
Hi. Give me one peppermint.
Chicken, mango.
Yeah, peppermint and chocolate.
Okay.
You have the waffle, Auntie. Previously, Auntie, it was you also, Auntie, or other men? I think it's a man you said last time.
Yeah. Last time it was a man.
Me?
You guys. You were just you.
What should have
You want to go?
No. Never mind.
Thank you, thank you.
Normally, China ladies, they come in, they will browse through, and then they will ask you. They don't speak English, they speak Mandarin, you will know. They are not local Chinese, so easy to find. And then for the Thai people, my husband can speak Thai, so they normally communicate in Thai. And I find it, the Thai customers, once you speak in Thai, they buy from you, For Burmese, they're very nice. Also, they're bargain hunter, but sometimes you explain to them that the staff are good one, well kept, then they get the idea. I think most of them, they see my sincerity, they buy from me. I think the Indians one, they very hard in bargaining. If you look at them, they like this product, they'll come back many times and keep asking you, can I have this as how much is that? No. Then they'll come, they'll slightly raise the price a bit until the price, and then you say, okay, there you have it. These are the foreigners, not the local Indians, but the local Indians, they really go for like stuff, really genuine second-hand stuff. They'll pay for it.
Stall owners are quite diversified as well. These people, in fact, if I notice, half of them are usually the same faces. That's the human traffic there. It's fun for me because I like the ambience and the people walking around, the energy. Mixed lah, just congregate. Different parts of the hawker center, you have different sorts of people, and they stick to their particular tables and chairs as if you own the place. There's a separate bunch who's always sitting at this corner. There's another separate bunch who always sit at that corner. They really, even when I tell them hi, bye, and when you tell them hi, they can't be bothered. They're like so antisocial. So there's a difference between different crowds. If you've got the foreigners, they'll be at the back. They won't be at the front. Yeah, you can see Thailand nationals, Myanmar, Burma, Bangladeshis, Indians. At this time of the day, in the morning, usually they're all residents eating here. They'll have the breakfast, they'll go off to work. You won't see them the entire day thereafter. And then you've got those other residents who are more senior and not doing anything. Like all aunties and uncles. They're nice people. Then you got the lunchtime crowd. Lunchtime crowd is also a bit different. That's where the other people, they're working elsewhere, they're coming here to eat. Because this is one location where you can find food. The afternoon crowd is nothing much. There is no crowd. Then the night crowd. The night crowd, when it comes in, some residences coming back from work, having their meals. And then after that is the drinking crowd. The uncles, all those women are seated and having their beers till about 8 hours, or 12, 1 o'clock. Then what happens is fights. Fights break out, blah blah, bottles breaking. That's a totally different crowd. And usually I can also say that the foreigners seldom at the hawker. You can see them at the back here and there, but they're seldom at the hawker. They've been chased away by some people. I'm not so sure. They're nice people. From what I can see, these are nicer people around. That's all I can say. If I was old, probably I might just be doing the same thing when I'm old. If I'm old. 80 years old. They even made chairs, and they even made this whole place because they knew it's already like a place where it's like headquarters for the senior citizens. So it became like that eventually. And now today, they can't remove this place. The authorities are not bothered. I'm not really not bothered, but they're like, okay, live and let live. That is the bottom line.
Yeah, each time I go there, they're still playing cards. So we take it as a pastime. They are the senior citizens of those blocks. So they always come down like chit chat, and then they play cards like that.
This place is for elderly people who get together, then talk with each other. Yeah, mostly every day. Yeah, and then get together also, all the old people, then we all get together. I am so elderly also. I'm not young anymore. So I've been staying here for quite some time already. for the past about, I think so, 15 years. Yes.
I am living over here almost 16 years. I am not a Singaporean. Even though I am not Singaporean, all the Singaporeans come and sit with me. Either Indian, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Thailand, Singaporean, doesn't matter. We know how to communicate each others. Even the broken English, we know how to understand each other. This is the very important things to our relation.
My friend is from Bangladesh, born in Bangladesh. He's from India. We are just having a drink, talking to ourselves, girl watching.
So we have to understand to give and take, because we are living in the midst of many foreign workers. We always tell them, the foreigners, you are in Singapore, you are part of our family.
We are doing this kind of friendship.
You are part. That's why we are so close to them. We do not want them to feel they are away from home.
Just like that, our favorite auntie, it's something that they really wanted to give you. So it's different. The feeling is different. Actually, I don't know their names, but every time we meet them, they just recognize us because we're always there.
Our aunties and uncle who hang clean clothes and knows us.
Folded ones.
Folded
Greet us
ones.
in Filipino way, like, kumusta ka, mabuhay. So we're familiar with the people here and the staff base here.
Yes, they're already friends.
So you wouldn't know that the flea market can also start a relationship.
Yeah, I go Bulli shopping center, buy and to see from something or Bangla shop. Yes, now is curry powder, masata, bamangata, babase. I go sometimes there, some buy vegetable, fruits, or mutton, chicken, this thing. কোথায় বাসা নাই বাসা ভাড়া দেওয়ার মতো
চলে যাচ্ছে নাকি?
এখন বাসা এটা যে আমরা যে 217 থাকি যে ওরা ভেঙে ফেলে দেবে এগুলো পর আমি সাদা রাখলাম Actually, Bulli shopping center also sometime evening some people have that drinking or see, go there see all look big eye. They'll see if foreign worker, normally Bangladesh or India or Burma people, but we don't talk, they all don't talk one. Because we don't disturb other people also don't disturb me.
There are residents here whom I have not even seen my entire life, and they have been staying here as long as I have been staying. Why have I not ever seen them before? Some people, they don't really walk around. They prefer to stay away. They just go down to the shops. They need to buy whatever they need to do, and then back home. They don't really mingle around. The Thailand people go only to the Thailand shop. They don't want to go to a Chinese shop. And then the Bangladeshi will go to a Bangladeshi shop. The Indians will go to the Indian shop. They'll probably say, hello, hi, I need something. If they don't have the need, they don't want to. They all stay away from each other. Separate lives, yes. That's the right word. The foreign workers, because they're working class, and the locals, they don't really want to mix around. They stick to their own environments. The Indians, the Indian workers, they are like usually in one corner here. They'll be having their own nice time with their own nice food. They don't eat the Bangladeshi food. The Bangladeshis will be there. They don't really get along. Chinese will be there. The Thailand guys will be here. They don't really mingle around, although they are around. I doubt you will be sitting down joining somebody else's table It's also like, it's not really a taboo, but nobody just joins in table. Everybody prefers to have their own tables, and and conversations usually don't begin. Normally it doesn't. For me it's different. I just walk around. It's you just mingle here, hi, bye. But usually I don't see them really mingling, unless you've got one person who knows that bunch and that bunch. So I'm talking to this person, I'm talking to that person as well. Then there's an introduction, yes, you can go. Other than that, nobody introduces themselves to each other. He's got the best chicken rice here in the whole of this place. Not many Singaporeans really do that. Meaning they don't really mingle around with the foreigners. But why? Because you don't mix around. Or you don't have the time to mix around. Maybe.
Yes, I say sometimes you have to give time. New neighbors, you have to give time to know them. Whether you want to make the first step to know them or you don't want. But I feel that our locals here, they do not do this first step. They always close the door, everything close. I'm the one who always make the first step. I was always hoping that our locals don't have too much prejudice over the foreigners, because I do talk to the locals also. Then they always say, so no good, this and that. But to me, is everybody is good. I always feel that when you somehow or rather maybe you do not like the way they manage the things or the way they behave. I mean, tell them in a nicer way. Don't shout, just tell them in a nicer way. They can accept it, The foreigners that I met actually are very open-minded, or sometimes they really welcome you, open arms.
அவங்க சிங்கப்பூரியன்ஸ், நாங்கள் இந்தியன்ஸ், அவ்வளோதான். அந்த ஒரு டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக மற்றபடி எல்லாமே அண்ணன் தம்பி மாதிரி தான் பழகுவாங்க. மலேசியாவிலேருந்து வரவங்களோட கொஞ்சம் நிறைய பேர் பழகியிருக்கேன். சிங்கப்பூரியன்ஸ் வந்தால் நமக்கு அதிகமான பழக்கம் கிடையாது. டைம் இருக்காது. 9 மணிக்கு குக்கிங் ஆரம்பித்து அதுக்கப்புறம் சமைச்சி குளிச்சுட்டு சாப்பிட்றது தான் டைமாக இருக்கும். அதிகம் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா டைம் இருக்காது. மற்ற டைமிங் மற்ற இது என்ஜாய்மெண்ட்டுக்கு வேலை கிடையாது. அடுப்பு வந்துட்டு 1000 அடுப்புக்கு மேலே இருக்குது. 1000 அடுப்புக்கு மேலே இருக்குது. அதெல்லாம் நல்ல வசதிகள் பண்ணி கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. நான் சமைக்கிறது தான் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ். அவர் சமைக்கிறதுக்கு உட்காரத்துக்கு வர, சாப்பிட்றதுக்கு வர. அதனால் நாங்கள் சமைக்கல போகல, கொஞ்சம் லேட் ஆகிடுச்சுன்னா அவர் வந்து ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுவார். அப்புறம் எங்களோட சாப்பிடுவார். தீபாவளி, பொங்கல் எல்லாமே நாங்கள் அவரோட செலிப்ரேட் பண்ணுவோம். அவர் வந்து செலிப்ரேட் பண்ணுவார். நாங்கள் எல்லாம் பண்ணுவோம். முஸ்லீம் கொஞ்சம் டிஸ்டன்ஸ் மெயின்டைன் பண்ணுவாங்க.
To make friends, you need to make friends of your own type. It doesn't have to do with race or religion or nationality. Own type.
It's really like a family. And everybody who come here, they always say that we feel like family. So we want to see each other And then, because yeah, Jorong is a different place for us. Really like a family when you're in your country. You love to cook, you love to eat, you love to talk, you chat, laugh. So that's how we stay our Jorong life.
Singapore, I working very, very hard. But for me, it's okay. Normally, should be 100% good, Singapore.
Yeah, I'm a Filipino maid. Yeah, I am an alien here, of course, because I'm not a Singaporean, so I describe myself, I'm an alien.
I have learned how to open up my heart. Good or bad, you have to experience it. If you don't experience it, you will not know this one. And then I'm trying to sort of like don't keep having the bad image of the foreigners. Look on the brighter side. Sometimes I also like want to learn what their culture is also, and then what are the way of life they go through.
லைஃப்பில் நாங்கள் ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்கிறோம்.
This is the very important thing. Even though I am no Singaporean, all the Singaporeans come and sit with me. Thank you to all the Singaporeans.